I mean, yeah. Aldia makes the life's poor player struck and frets when it's our on the stage. That whole reference. And is no more. Danger ahead. No, really? I think I got there.
Yeah, there's been danger behind.
danger close, pretty much.
But it's like it's not even like I have any like huge problems with the way Vendrick is characterized. Like I appreciate the effort to be like, you know, this guy made mistakes and made some bad decisions. And he regrets them. I'm like, okay, cool, that's cool, that's fine. And I think my views have softened since before when I was kind of like, ugh, about the characterization of, I don't remember the queen's name.
Nishandra?
Nishandra, yeah. I mean, like, I don't think Nishandra's a good character, but, I think it's a little better than I used to see it as like, oh, yeah, the woman, the evil, nasty woman that he married corrupted him and turned him bad. And it's like, that's an oversimplified way of seeing it. It's more so that like Vendrick was always kind of shitty, and you know she enabled that.
Yeah.
I think you have to like go from the ledge down. Like there's a ledge that imp is standing on. I think you have to like drop down onto where he's standing. And I'm pretty sure the save point is there because that's literally the last room that you haven't checked. I think there's a teleport stone in that spot as well, so you might want to, so you can put the green rock in there.
What the hell? How is he hitting me
from behind?
How does he?
I think he climbed up the ramp. He got up to you. Yeah, he got up to you.
Yeah, he totally did. I'm trying to figure out how to get to him, and he gets to me.
I think you gotta go around from the other side. There's like another thing next to it.
Oh, come on.
You were almost there before.
Yeah, I'm just... Yeah.
This is a good video game.
Yeah, it's just like... I didn't have anything else to use it. It kept hitting me with it. So I'm gonna go in here.
Yeah, okay.
Instead of finding a save point that may not exist.
I'm certain it does. It's been a while since I played, but I'm certain it's there.
Alright, I don't think there's a save point there. Just checking where I am. It's just using all of those resources wasn't good.
It's not great, but I mean, especially if you can find a save point and a teleport point, then you know, it won't be a big deal.
Yeah.
You haven't used like either of your have you used either of your crystal flasks?
I used a crystal flask before. It's like that's why I had to switch my save.
Oh no, we're back to before the plants and stuff. Oh dang. Ooh.
Yeah, no, it's just I haven't come across anything that I needed. Just to kill these guys again.
Oh man, he's got that really good dunk posture.
Yeah.
He does that jump. That's a good one. A good layup.
He's got ups.
Oh, here comes the backup. Here comes the defense.
This AI is freaking out. He wants to get back to where he was.
Probably. This is how you play the game.
Yeah, this is where the imp was standing.
No, I think it was on the left. There's another. Yeah, that one there. You're actually on the ledge above where the imp was standing. That's just another imp that looks the same. Oh man, that pit down there sucks. That's bad.
It's not a good time. So yeah, like lots of Kingsfield and all of the, and at least the first Shadow Tower game, Earthfolk are humans, essentially.
Okay, is that because like they were born out of the ground or something?
I guess so, and I think that translates more into Souls later.
Oh hey, Earthfolk key.
Okay, so we did find the new area, the new like room.
Nice.
So it's a big dining room, and we found a new shield.
It's probably like an Earth shield or something.
Yeah,
They got kind of a theme going on.
And like I think that comes up in Souls too. Although they don't call humans coming up from Earth, or they don't call...
Oh yeah, they don't really explicitly say that, but that is a view that I hold.
Here's your save point. We have found it.
Hey, who called it? I got it on the last try.
So, here's my thought about that. They came up from the Earth. The pygmies are depicted as underground, in the Earth and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Human dregs sink to sediment under the water because they are returning to the Earth. You understand? So, like, I think in a way they want to say that humans come from the Earth as well.
I see it as like in Dark Souls, just like I this is definitely partly just a stylistic thing of like that sounds really cool, and I like how just weird of a fantasy concept that is, but like I like the thought that the entire Earth itself, or at least like the bedrock of the Earth that makes up the surface crust, is pretty much the stuff that makes people, the stuff that makes the bodies of people.
The door.
And that there's like that in Dark Souls there's sort of a difference between the body and the human essence,
right,
and the soul.
I mean, they do combine the forest folk with Lucilians. Because Dusk of Lucille.
I don't know what my stance on Lucille is, but like they're kind of pseudo-humans.
Yeah, like Dusk of Lucille is basically Enid Vigil in this game.
Yeah, that checks out.
And she's a forest folk princess, so it's like, I guess they combined the forest folk with humans in a way. Really?
Oh boy.
Whoops. Good thing I just saved it.
Best bet's probably going to be to like run from the pit back up to the main path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
so
yeah,
it's kind of
like Earth equaling humans is a weird connection between Souls and Kingsfield and Shadow Tower.
So it's like there's sort of like not to put on my like high schooler YouTube analysis level hat, but it's like there's kind of like that biblical connection there of the idea of humans emerge from the ground, emerge from the ash and the dust to return to it later. There is sort of that sense of symmetry. It's like poetry, it rhymes.
It's like poetry, it rhymes.
Yeah.
Run!
Yeah, there you go. No, you gotta run though.
But I did run.
Okay, I'm seeing it now. I'm catching up. Oh, he's trying to catch you on the way over. Strategizing. But yeah, so it's like in Dark Souls I see the dynamic as like there's sort of a difference between the body that people have and then the human essence that makes them a human and then the soul that makes them whatever souls do, that like powers them essentially.
It's not a one-to-one, but the connection is kind of there. And I think it's more a trope thing than is intentional.
No, yeah, I'm not. I wouldn't like when you point it out like this. I can completely see that it's like there seems to be like a human equals earth and dirt kind of connection going on between the games. So yeah, Earthfolk probably refers to like humans at least of some kind.
Alright, so we're in Iceland, I guess. How long have we been streaming for?
I think it's been 2 hours.
Alright. I think we'll wrap it up soon. Either I die or we find another save point.
Well, don't let yourself get all complacent like that.
Let's see.
You gotta at least put up a fight.
Yeah. Against these roly polies.
And so also it's like when I say that it's like they're separate things between like body, essence, and soul, it's like I don't think they're like entirely like different nature or of different origins or anything, because I don't know, I see a lot of like imagery in the Souls games of like beings made of 3 different things.
Yeah. And then there's the power of trees, which is also in Souls, as it is. And obviously
Which I feel that the trees is like the trees are, I would say, connected mostly. Hey, nice level up. The trees are connected mostly, I think, to like the bodies.
Yeah. And trees grow out of earth, so there is that bit of a connection as well.
Yeah, it's like the earth. Oh man, I feel like really rambly and pretentious as they keep kind of like spinning around these different imageries, trying to come to any sort of conclusion. But at least I'm trying. So it's like the earth beneath the people's feet is made out of the essence, essentially. Like earth and rock is the human essence.
Yeah.
Because humans are rocks. So from that essence is like there's like
I want
organic.
it. How do I get that?
How do you get that? I think.
Is there anything above me? No. Do I have to melt this and then come back later?
I think this area melts later. Like you turn the forges on and it gets hot. So it's probably just a thing to remember for later.
Okay. Somebody remember that for me.
Okay. So it's like the trees and the human bodies and stuff are like they are organic materials that form out of that essence, but they're like separate in some way from it. Whereas the souls is something like alien to that like earth essence. It's like the souls is fire, and fire is like an energy that appears due to outside force. Not that the first flame is necessarily alien to the world. It's like fire is sort of like a less material, more conceptual thing. And so it's like you then have like this race of beings who are originally like bodies that are like vaguely formed, that exist that are like taking form due to a willpower or due to an energy emanated from the fire, like due to heat, essentially.
Yeah.
The fire heats the ground and that draws in, that compels this essence to take form, to create the form of human by whatever kind of like pseudo-biological urge. And so you have these like husks of beings, and those are the hollows, which are the empty human bodies.
It also explains the tree pool in 3, and that
which tree people?
the tree people in 3.
I'm trying to remember which ones those are.
The ones in Lothric.
Oh yeah. Those, right? The people turning into trees.
People
exactly.
Turning into trees.
Those are
like Dusk of Ulaseel's big thing is trees, and because she's basically a forest folk.
Yeah, a big a really big aspect that like inspired this sort of line of thought for me was those people in Lothric that are transforming into trees. In sort of like it's like there is this sense in Dark Souls 3 that all sorts of different entities are trying to like desperately, instinctively figure out how to evolve themselves into a form that can survive the end of the world.
Right.
Because the human body can't do that anymore. And I mean, like
whoa.
Oh Jesus. Oh, this motherfucker.
Whoa.
doing his katas on you.
What is this? DMC?
Basically, yeah.
Just gonna take off. Hello.
So it's like, hey, nice.
So we are in a danger zone. I think we're gonna call it a stream for the evening here.
Yeah, this seems like a good place to stop.
Yeah, it seems like
it's a really good place to warm up nice and quick on your next time.
Yeah, except it's frozen, so it's very cool.
Oh yeah, that's gonna cause some trouble.
I mean, it's really hard for when you have to stretch. So.
Yeah, you don't want anything to snap off.
Yeah, you don't want anything to snap off. You don't want Achilles heel tendon things. Right.
This guy's playing a different game with his moveset, yeah.
He definitely is. But we'll pick up this game eventually when I come back to it. Basically, when I edit all this stuff down and stick it up on YouTube, then I'll settle down and figure out when I can stream the next bunch. But we're in the ice area. We're in it now. Yeah, so thank you guys very much for joining me. And thank you to Hunter for joining me. Can you let everybody know where they could find you?
Yeah, no problem. I am on a few places. I'm on Twitter at LEDcomic, because I make a comic called Light Earth Defenders, and I'll probably be doing some art stream of that on my Picardo in, like, I don't know, probably an hour or half an hour or something after I get some food. I can also be found on glengi.tumblr.com. That's just where I kind of like post some general stuff.
Okay, awesome. And thank you guys for spending some time with us as we bumble around the ancient city and try to not get hit by somebody who is kickboxing their way through ice. So, thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye!